Rise and shine. Grab your coffee cup, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, it's LOLCow Cafe. Rise and shine, baby, wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby.
A1, fuck you, I can't. Let's continue.
Just take a break. LOLCow Cafe. Chill out with us today.
Why's everybody got to come at me, bro? Why the fuck are people trying to get me in trouble? Why are people trying to do all this shit, say all this shit, and try to be all this shit? Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, everybody. Welcome to what used to be the coolest, the calmest, and the chillest in the entire LCU. You're watching LOLCow Cafe. So, Rastoff, or no, BB Phil. That's what I need to get mad at right now. BB Phil. I can't with you, bro. But before we get too much crazy into it, let's bring in my awesome, beautiful, and amazing co-host, Miss Beans. Miss Beans, good afternoon. You are muted.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
Oh, it's awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I just got my cup of coffee, and I've been pretty good other than the amazing soreness that I feel all over.
Describe that soreness. Where did it come from?
Well, so far we've been doing pretty well when it comes to boxing training, which is all for nothing, by the way. But I'm pretty good when it comes to recovery, I think, because usually we do really hard exercises. I hate cardio, and then usually like 2 to 3 minutes later, I'm fine, like nothing ever happened. So recently, my coach is looking at my stance, and he's like, "You need to get lower." For me, that's really hard because I already feel like I'm a munchkin. You know, I'm barely off the ground.
Doing squats, you need to get lower? Is that what she's telling you?
No, my stance, whenever I'm doing my stance,
oh, your
right?
stance. Oh, your body. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I need to get lower. So I feel like I'm doing a squat. And he's like, "No, you're perfect that way. You get more power in your 1-2s whenever you're a little bit lower." So I'm like, okay. That little change of getting probably like 2 to 3 inches closer to the ground has ruined my thighs. So today the achievement is getting out of bed.
Hell yeah.
I did good.
Shout out getting out of bed, Beans. That's beautiful. One thing you have to remember is the lower you are, the more you're like kind of like on the balls of your feet or whatever, so you can pivot a lot easier or whatever. You know, because boxers, you don't want to be too flat-footed. You know, you want to be able to move around, kind of bounce a little bit. You know what I mean? But Xavier said it right with the $4.99. Rastoff's starting shit for drama views, bro. So they had to dig up some shit, I think from August? Last freaking August, right? That I said about Keem. And, you know, I questioned his leadership, you know, and you have to keep in mind, this is before I worked with him. Now, I'm not trying to glaze, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just looking at it from then. And that's what I was thinking. I'd say, you know, I wouldn't trust this dude, you know, because I was used to like, you know, army leaders, right? That's what I was used to. That camaraderie, that building, that bond. And I didn't think that we would remotely get anything close to that here in the LCU. I still don't think we do because there's too many people with too many personalities that don't know when to shut the fuck up, but that's beside the point. So when I did the comparison, right, that's what it was for. That's what it was for. That's what it was about. That's what it was. It was on my old show, The After Show, because BB Phil had to go back that far to find clips of Did You Say That or whatever the fuck it's called. Right, he couldn't use anything from the LCU. He had to go way back. Beans. So it is what it is. I said it. You know, Keem came in and said, suck my dick. We're 12 times bigger than what we were, which you are. I can't say anything. And you're actually my boss. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why BB Phil wants to start shit. I don't know why BB Phil wants to do all that. Oh, yeah, I guess look what Ken said. Blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, bro. But shout out to Huge Ass for giving me the heads up. Gentleman and a scholar.
A gentleman and a scholar. And speaking of gentlemen and scholars, which they are not, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, if you couldn't tell, Neon Treon, thank you to welcome to Band World. Thank you, sir, if you couldn't tell. So the LCU focuses a lot on themselves. We have shows fighting. They really don't look outside that much anymore. Granted, LOLCow Live does sometimes. Talk about others, show clips, all those other things. But that really hadn't happened a lot. Except for Creator Clash, because that's just an epic fail at this point. But we're going to be looking at other people. Looking at other people, seeing what's going on in their world, seeing what they're doing, trying to understand how they're just straight up existing at this point, Beans.
Yeah, so something that I was thinking about when it came to the LCU, all the smaller shows are basically fighting for the same audience. And that's something that I think is going to be the downfall of everybody. Something that we should be doing is kind of trying to get our own audiences that are outside of the LCU. And something that's been kind of keeping us back is that we talk a lot about the LCU and we talk a lot about things that are happening in the Discord. That new people, whenever they come in, they feel this giant disconnect of what we're talking about and something that relates to them. But something that everybody in this Discord, in this community, in this LCU all can appreciate is some LOLCows. Some originals, some Chris Chan, some Cyrax, some Tofia. We're gonna talk a lot about her because what happened to her recently. Give me some more, some Johnny Elbows. I do enjoy some Johnny Elbows.
Oh God, that dude. I can't with that dude. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna get into it. We do need to branch out, be a little different, but still bring that energy, Beans. They want the energy. They want energetic Ken. They want energetic Beans. They want all the wild shit to come out. And we're going to do that just for them. But do you think we should take it back to basics? Because it's been a while. It's been a while since we checked on our birds, since we talked about horoscopes. I don't know if the 345 people here right now want to listen to that. But, are we past the Daily Espresso, Beans?
I don't think we're past it. I think it's always going to be kind of a staple. We're just going to have to change it just a little bit. Make sure that we get down and dirty with the birds. Not like that. But we are also talking about, kind of like announcements. Like, hey, we're going to talk about our merch. Hey, we're going to talk about maybe the horoscope if people still want to keep it or change it. But maybe I can't with Ken and Beans because it's like what's grinding your gears, right?
Yeah.
That's entertaining and people like you to have that energy. And really doing the I can't for today is going to like jumpstart your aggressive energy. And it doesn't even have to be aggressive, just a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Because whenever we start off, we're like, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the LOLCow Cafe. But once you start getting heated about stupid shit like freaking shampoo in your eyes or something, then you can talk about other shit with energy.
Oh, fuck shampoo in your ass, Beans. That's why I need a haircut. Beans. I'm looking like Grizzly Adams, Ken the Grizzly.
You barely have hair to cut, Ken.
I know I'm balding, Beans, but, damn. You ain't gotta insult me like that. I got more hair on my beard than my actual head at this point. I don't know. I have a thing about men and hair care products. I don't think men should use hair care products. It's kind of, never want to be like, hey, wife, can I get a hair tie? Like, is it Man Bun Monday right now? Like, I don't know. I'm weird. Am I weird beings?
You are very weird.
I appreciate it.
I mean, with those bushy ass eyebrows, you can probably do like a hair transplant with one eyebrow alone.
Pluck. Bam. Problem solved. All right. Well, a lot of people want to see the birds. It apparently is the bird day. Mazur says, that's why you're balding. Exactly, because I'm 39 years old. That's why I'm balding. I've seen some people straight like Widow's Peak where it's like this, right? Like just this little top hat here at like 24 years old, bro. I can't. At least there's some sort of production, right? At least there's some sort of growth. I don't know what another word to say, Beans. But the problem that I refuse, not the problem, sorry. What I refuse to do is the horseshoe, right? Because I think I'm starting to bald up top, but I'm still going to have hair on the sides. I refuse to do that, Beans. I'm not a professor. I'm not a professional. I'm Ken. I don't want to be that guy with the fucking shiny ass head with the Diddy oil and then just hair. You know what I'm saying? How would I look with that, Beans? How would I look with that, Beans?
LOLCow
Ken? Is that what we're doing now? LOLCow Ken?
I think so. But let's get into the birds so we can talk about the new merch that dropped yesterday.
Let's do it. But before, it's been a while since we did I hate people that hold their coffee cup like this, like they're walking around. It's like this. You know what I mean?
Oh, I walk around my house holding my cup like this.
No, I'm saying like bitches like in Target with Starbucks or whatever. I mean, like they get their cup and they're like this, walking around.
Well, that's different. That's because they're on a fucking mission. If you see a woman in Target, they're on a mission. They have their cup in hand. They have their hand on their cart. They're going through Target looking for all the best deals, emptying out every single husband wallet they have.
Straight up. Ashes to ashes, Ken, just shave it off. No! I refuse to shave it off. You know what I do, Beans? You know the haircut I get, Beans? I get the bald fade with the 2 on top. All day, every day. Holy shit, Final's in here. What's up, Final? You nerd. I can't. So, we did have some awesome merch yesterday. It was beautiful. Let's go and get into that one real quick. Too many clicks, Beans. I got too many clicks. The Calfee finally came out. It's going to be there. It should be arriving soon. The shipping process can begin. Unfortunately, it's only in the U.S. because of bureaucratic red tape. Because they would need translations in nutritional value. They would need translations in ingredients. There's just way too many languages in the world. Way too many countries saying, before you send here, Beans, this is what we need to see. This is what we need to approve, Beans, before we can do that. And they can't. They just can't do it. So, if you're in America, you're in the 50 states, by all means, order the coffee. It is really good. Would you say, Beans, on the butterscotch level, 0 to 9, how much butterscotch do you taste?
0 to 9. I would say it's like a soft 3 to 4. Like, it's not super overpowering. I also put like coffee creamer in my coffee. So I'd say like a 3 to 4. It's not too strong, but you can still taste it there. I think it's more like scenty. Yeah,
I was going to say you can smell it. You can smell it, but you really can't taste it. So, and then we got our mugs, we'll come back to that. We got our mugs, right? We got yours, Spill the Beans, and we have Ken's I Can't. So keep in mind, guys, we have 11 and 15 on both. So if you got big hands like me, make sure you get that 15. And
I'm sorry, Ken, but I can't buy your mug. I feel like if I buy your mug and I go to have like my nightly cup of coffee to kind of wind down, I'm gonna open my cabinets and just go, there's a caveman staring at me.
it's because you can't, Beans. It's because you can't. Now I can't have your mug because I never spill my coffee beans. All right, I never do because it's a waste. It is a waste.
Wait. Is this a competition I'm hearing?
Are you trying to compete, Beans?
I don't know. I'm a very competitive person.
Ooh.
And I think it could drive up some sales. Who can sell more cups? I think I'm kind of inhibiting myself because you're obviously the face of Cafe. You have your face posted on a mug, right? But I can still get a little competitive. I have some people in my arsenal.
Oh, really? Who, Grim and Nightmare? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
No. All the Hispanic old ladies that know me since I was like 8 years old coming to Florida that are all part of my mom's business, they'll back me up. Guaranteed.
Well, I can't compete with Hispanics in Florida because they definitely outnumbered me, Beans. All right, I've been to Florida quite a few times. Massive Hispanic population. I think you'll destroy me.
But speaking of which, we have Cats and Cross Stitch with the 5. Please, can I have my horoscope for my birthday today? Happy birthday!
Happy
Where's my
birthday.
pew-pews?
Pew pew pew. Okay.
That is beautiful. Happy birthday. Amazing. You will get your horoscope. We promise. But you know what, Beans? I automatically bow out. You win. Unless you really want to do it. Do you really want to do it? Because I'll do it with you.
I really want to do it.
All right, let's do it.
I really want to do it.
Let's fucking do it. All right, so we'll go, since the month's almost over, June 1st. June 1st, we'll get the number of sales. And what does the loser have to do, Beans?
I have no idea. Should we eat coffee beans?
Only if I get to pick the coffee beans that I ingest.
I think people don't care about what type of coffee as long as you're really crunching and munching on those beans. Just, you know?
999. All right, you know what? Fine. Fuck it, Beans. We'll do it. We'll do it. Whoever loses will have to destroy their stomach lining in coffee beans. Okay. There it is.
What are they?
Docket team, clip it, do whatever the fuck you need to do, because remember, June 1st, she's eating them coffee beans. Beans gonna be eating beans. I can't. Oh, man. Also, the I Can't shirt and cafe shirt still exists, so please go check them out. Also, the hoodie. The hoodie is beautiful. My mom just got her hoodie.
Yo, mama wearing a hoodie?
Yeah, it says Ken's mom on it.
That is so cute. Now I want to get a hoodie for my mom and just says Beans Mom, but at the same time, I don't want her to go to work and then everybody knows because she's already been telling everybody like, yeah, my daughter, she has a show. And I'm like, Mom, don't tell them. We do some crazy ass shit. I don't want the abuelas and the tias to look at me differently because I'm screaming at some purple haired skeleton from Minecraft about going boxing. Plus they wouldn't want me to. I actually told my mom, right after her colonoscopy, I was like, well, I can tell you now because it's not gonna fucking happen. I never curse around my mom, by the way. But I was like, I can tell you now since it's not gonna happen. So I was actually gonna box somebody. And she's like, Mija, no. Why would you ever do something like that? You can assault somebody with your words, but you can't use violence. And I'm like, Mom, it's not gonna happen anyways. But I'm still training. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Like your body's looking pretty cute right now. And I'm like, thank you, Mom.
That's adorable. That is adorable. I couldn't have that conversation with my mom. Like, hey, Mom, guess what? I'm about to fight somebody. She'd be like, where the popcorn? Where the popcorn?
My mom is a very, like, elegant, graceful, like, calm person.
Yeah.
And she's a businesswoman, right? So she's not the type of person to like that stuff. When I first told her about the LCU and she started, like, watching... She didn't intentionally watch Queens. I think it popped up whenever she finished one of our episodes. And she saw Tina.
Oh, Jesus.
My mom does not like Tina. No,
yeah.
My mom's like, who are these lowly people? And I'm just like, Mom, Tina's actually cool. Talk about the other one, the pig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oink, oink, bitch. But anyways, the merch is up there, guys. Make sure you grab that. Make sure you make it happen. And the coffee. If y'all like the coffee and sales are beautiful, we may be able to look at other flavors. So try the coffee. Let us know. Promise you the butterscotch is not overwhelming. It's not like you're just drinking liquid toffee or whatever, right? I promise you it smells like it, but it doesn't taste like it, if that makes sense.
Just slightly. It adds like a little bit of sweetness, but not too much.
Yeah, it's not overbearing at all.
Exactly. Do you want to do the birds or do you want to do the horoscope for cats and cross stitch?
Let's do the horoscope since it's the birthday. That's priority.
So the daily horoscope for today, which is April 24th, I almost messed up because in the docket it says 24th, but it said 24th. But a terrorist. Oh, so now we're like going into the other ones. Born on April 24th is a sleek.
You say a terrorist?
A Taurus. I don't care about the other ones. Okay, Pisces is the best. Pisces is the only one.
Bro, it sounded like terrorist. I was like, what the fuck? A terrorist born on April the 24th. Like, bro, come on, Beans. Fuck.
First of all, I have a lisp, which is why I don't understand why I do a podcast. Second of all, I hang out with Grim too much, okay?
Shocking. You've been together for 7 years. God. Read the horoscope, damn it. Read the horoscope, you terrorist.
If you were born today on the 24th, you are a sleek, sophisticated individual with a flair for the good life and a love of glamour. They are also talented with a good sense of humor and the ability to laugh at themselves. So Cats and Cross Stitch sounds like a pretty awesome individual, and I can confirm because I've talked to them before. They're always in the Discord and they're always making me laugh. If they can laugh at themselves, they can definitely make me laugh too.
Facts, I agree with you, but they're not an Aries. All right, they're not an Aries. I'm sorry, you fucked up getting born on this day and not 3 days prior. You should have been an Aries, the literal goat of all the horoscopes. Literal.
And, I think your best friend, BB Phil, is in chat. A member for 1 month, Cash Cow. The F he say has historically used only non-LCU clips. That's why I had to go so far back. I made this in February before I knew we would lead right into cafe the way we do now. Sorry, Ken.
You know what, bro? I got your number. It's gonna be me and you. It's gonna be me and you. It's all good, though. I know, but listen. Right, here's the thing. I said it. I know I said it. So, what do you want from me? I can't. At least, again, that's not the worst thing some of these other fucking people have said to him. People have said way worse shit to him. All right, that's all I'm saying. Let's calm down. I know the timing is a little off because I called him, I think, a little too many motherfuckers the other day. And the timing isn't good. All right, I get it. The timing isn't good. But
the timing isn't good.
Just saying.
But we also have the TCG LOLCow, trading card game YouTube in the chat. What happened to the cards, Ken? Have you sent them out?
I have not, but they are packaged, they are boxed, they are taped, and they are ready for drop-off. God
damn it, Ken.
Because I gotta, listen, I am slacking, you're right, because I had things, but I have the uncut sheet ready to go. I have Karini's thing ready to go, the pumpkin spice assholes. And then I signed the card. It's all packaged. We're ready to do it. I just got to drop it off at UPS. So call me out, guys. Call me out. I'm sorry. But I promise you I'll be better.
So we have Xavier for the $4.99. We all heard Terrorist 2, LOL. I terrorized the Discord, okay?
She terrorizes me.
Okay.
And then we also have Space Girl number 5 with the $1.99. Aries is best. I don't know. TCG also agreed with me because their birthday, I don't remember if their birthday was before mine or after mine, which That is an awesome week, by the way. The week of my birthday, I have both Tuffy's birthday and Tina's birthday, like one after the other. So I think we're a pretty cool bunch. A lot of people are saying Aries, other ones that people don't care about, Pisces for the win.
I think Shy said it best. Being cycling through Paris after this. Are you in Paris, Beans? Are you a French lady now? Is that what we're doing?
You know who's in Paris. Kanye reference.
Oh, with the cousin.
No, not the... Have you ever heard Kanye other than the cousin one that just came out, by the way? Trash song?
Yes, I've heard of Kanye, and I've never been a fan of Kanye. I think he's trash. I think he's always been trash. I just, no.
I was going to bait the chat so hard. I was going to say, chat, who's in Paris? But I'm like, wait, let's not do that.
Yeah, because of the vernacular that was used, Beans. We're trying to get a strike. I can't with the strikes, Beans. You're baiting them.
Shy is saying boomer alert. You do need a boomer alert after that. Boomer report, sorry.
I can't.
The ninjas are in Paris. But Cats and Cross Stitch, just to get out of here. Cats and Cross Stitch. Do you know you share a birthday with Kelly Clarkson? Kelly Clarkson, who is an American singer, songwriter, author, and television personality.
She's
who
also
rose to fame as
trash.
She is not trash.
Pure trash. Pure.
She was bopping in the 2000s with every single white girl, posters on the wall, blaring music, the freaking hair clips, the overdone makeup that's like 10 times tanner than your face, the really light lipstick, the leggings, the juicy sweatpants.
Ain't nobody paying
I should give you
attention.
one of those.
Ain't nobody paying attention to that. No one. No one, Beans. Continue. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Well, brood for your brain, useless facts. There's a psychological disorder called boanthropy?
Boanthropy.
Is your boanthropy? Where
Where's my
people
wife at?
believe they are a cow. Oh, boanthropy, like a bovine. Where people believe they are a cow and try to live as one. So Boogie, basically, at this point.
Boogie, Becky, fucking, who else we got? Fucking Tech Protect, fucking Rastoff, fucking BB Phil. All these motherfuckers, bro. Moo. God. I hate people.
That moo was very reminiscent of like the Doja Cat moo.
Meow.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Some cows have regional moos. They vocalize slightly different depending on where they're from, kind of like cow accents. That's weird.
Cows have accents now.
How's a French moo? Moo.
Moo, s'il vous plaît, or some shit. I don't fucking know. I can't with the French. What have they done? What are the French known for? The Eiffel Tower?
Being kind of... Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. That's very stereotypical. They are
See?
very dirty.
See?
They are very dirty-minded. Have you ever seen a French film?
Some silent films. Have you ever watched a silent film, Beans?
I have. But there is a very distinct French film that I've seen called Blue. And if anybody has ever seen that, put Blue in the chat. If you know, you know. But in Switzerland, so this is very cow oriented today. In Switzerland, cows must legally have a name. It's considered part of their identity.
What is the most stereotypical cow name you can think of? Milk.
Bertha.
Let's call him Milk.
Bertha.
Big Milk. Come here, Big Milk.
Oh.
Or, never mind.
But I was gonna say, it's probably old now, and it's a very bad joke. But I was gonna say, cows from New Jersey, their accent is probably like, "Move, I'm walking here." Ha 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 ha.
God, I want to throw up. That was terrible.
Well, you can throw up when you express your rage over "I can't" with Ken and Beans. So when a bull breaks through 4 fences just to visit his ladies, what does this mean?
Are we crashing out like fucking the Kool-Aid guy on Family Guy? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Boom! Oh yeah! Is that what we're doing now?
Apparently, I don't even know what this means. When the bull breaks through 4 fences just to visit his ladies.
Listen, all right. When a man is in the mood and he smells pheromones, at some point you do what you need to do. If that requires bull in a china shop, if that requires a stroll down the park, if that requires, long walks on the beach, if that requires dinner and a movie, the pheromones rule the world, Beans. Just saying.
Have you heard of pheromone perfume?
Have you heard of tactical soap?
What the fuck is tactical soap?
You've never heard of tactical soap?
No.
Guys, Duppy's in the chat for King Cobra JFS sponsoring tactical soap. King Cobra JFS swears by this stuff called tactical soap. Now, what he says is, if a man uses the tactical soap to bathe with, the ladies will come running. If you remember, his last girlfriend, Jessica, he stated he used the tactical soap. Now, Jessica want nothing to take home to mama. Hey, Ma, this is Jessica. Never gonna happen. But if you're Cobra, I get it. I get it. But tell me, Beans, what the fuck is pheromone soap?
Pheromone perfume. You still haven't explained the tactical soap.
I
Is
did.
it actual soap?
Yeah. Talk. I'm gonna pull it up. Talk about it. Talk about what you were going to talk about. I'm gonna pull this up.
Pheromone perfume. So apparently, there's some women. Okay, they get a little worked up. They reach under their grundle or whatever you want to call it, and they'll get a little womanly juices and just like.
Is that a thing?
And apparently, that is a thing on TikTok. That's why I don't go on TikTok.
I hate
also
TikTok.
because of the Chinese. But.
God, fuck the Chinese. Just kidding. Just kidding. We love China.
We are very American.
God bless the USA. I can't carry a tune to save my life, Beans.
You cannot. That's why we need to have one day where you do a cover of our song. Right? You do a cover of our song and we play it as the intro. And then I'll even do one. I'll do one and we'll play it as the intro.
Together or separately? Like
Separately.
So we're gonna,
you want to duet?
Fuck no, I don't want to do it. That's why I'm making sure we're on the same page. All right. So, tactical soap. Are we ready for tactical soap, Beans? Are you ready to be introduced to what King Cobra JFS calls Never mind. My mom's watching. I don't want to say. Never mind. All right, you ready? Are you ready? Love you, Ma. All right. So this is tactical soap. Pheromone-infused soap. Pheromones are chemical messengers that many believe can elevate mood and arousal when detected by smell. That is why we work to create some amazed, fragrant products that help men feel more attractive to women, feel more confident, and in many cases receive more attention. Magnify your masculinity, Beans. Do you want to magnify your masculinity, Beans? Get you some soap, get you some deodorant, and of course get you the body butter so we can get some slip and slide going on with you and Grim in the bedroom.
To buy Grim this soap, do I have to use like my biology degree to do some sort of experiment?
That's between y'all two, right? That's between y'all two. But I want to know if he does agree. We need to know the results.
Okay, that's still better than what I was saying. This is just women getting all hot and bothered and rubbing their womanly juices on their areas to try to attract men. That's just weird and that's just nasty.
That
okay?
is weird and nasty. No one wants to smell that. I don't.
I don't either. So my dumbass, I was wondering, I'm like, why is this all cow oriented? And I forgot the docket team, because they're fucking amazing, decided to make everything cow oriented because of today's episode.
Also want
to yeah.
Just real quick, speaking of the docket team, I want to welcome back Seek to the docket team. He was an OG. He had to step away for a bit, but he's back. He's better than ever, and we appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming back. W's in the chat for Seek, everybody. We love that guy.
We do. But just to get through the quote of the day, so we can give people what they want, a little bit of Chris Chan, a little bit of Cyrax, a little bit of Tofia. The quote of the day is, "The friendly cow, all red and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might. Go eat with apple tart." To eat with apple tart, sorry. And that is from Robert Louis Stevenson.
She gives me cream with all her might. What are we talking about, Beans?
I don't want to know. But it was very poetic.
I sound totally different talking with the headphones and without the headphones, so it's kind of weird.
Oh, at least you're not Grim. Grim already has a very loud and booming voice, but whenever he wears his like noise-canceling headphones, he's screaming.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
All right. It just the cream and the tart. I can't with Robert and Louis Stevenson, you motherfucker. All right. We're going to check the birds out, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Because people want the birds, right? People want the birds. Check out Sonny and Gizmo. We are chilling like a villain. Yeah, legit. I don't think they have much longer. Honestly. I mean, look, they're damn near full grown at this point.
Mm-hmm. They're damn near full grown, and this one is standing at the edge of the nest like he wants to jump.
That's what I'm saying. This is wild. Guys, let's just keep this in perspective. We got 39,336, 360 people watching this right now. Like, this is wild. This is wild. People saying, where are Jackie and Shadow? They gone. In the words of Savage, she gone. She gone. They gone. All right. Got our fill for the birds. We love our birds here at LOLCow Cafe. They've been here since the beginning. All right. Let me ask you something real quick before we get going, Beans.
Yes, sir.
The entire... This is real quick, right? I don't want to go crazy because we need to get into the other LOLCow stuff, but Milkers and Queens. Are you up to date with what happened yesterday?
Milkers and Queens. No, not really. I heard some things. I heard that Roxy was crying. There was a live stage, which we haven't had in a really long time in the Discord, with Xylee, Zeta Ray, which I love, and Brantley.
Yeah.
The three sassy women of the LCU. Well, technically Zeta Ray is not in the LCU, but I love to think of her as like LCU adjacent, and hopefully she will be in the LCU one day. But the three sassy women talking about this, and I was super interested. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm driving to the gym, but I'm going to listen to this. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about how Roxy was crying, how there's like so much drama. I was only half listening because I was also like freaking stressed out that I had to freaking do all these exercises and shit. But can you explain it just a little bit?
So, on Milkers yesterday, Roxy just fucking said, I'm done. I'm out. I'm gone. Right? Savage went on live by herself. She was not in it to win it. Right? The mood was completely gone. It was completely done. And then at some point, Mike comes on. They explain. They play a voice message. And what they're basically pissed off about is Psycho Mom going on Queens. That's what they're mad about. Or Roxy is. Because of what happened. I get it. So they go on LOLCow Live. They talk. They try to have dialogue between everybody. Mike comes on. Last but not least, all I'm going to say is, it is now agreed that they can all go gloves off. All of them. As long as they don't go IRL anymore. Like, obviously what happened. But as long as that doesn't go on anymore, Mike doesn't want them to fight. Publicly. What I will say is Keem is like, I don't give a damn what y'all do anymore. Just don't go IRL anymore. But gloves off. And Keem said if one show is going to go on another show's panel, then the other show has to go on their panel. And that's where we're at. So, I think it's going to get interesting. I think it's going to get a little crazy. And I just want to know, when are they going to move on?
When are they going to move on? I don't know. But something I do know is, like I said, the numbers dropping. Not a lot of people are in the Discord, and not a lot of people want to hear about Milkers and Queens because a lot of people have been getting pretty bored with the type of content. But something that people will never be bored of, LOLCows. And not LOLCow Universe, real LOLCows.
All right, you got it. You're right. All right. So, I'm going to talk about sports figure for a second. All right. So, this is outside the LCU now, guys. This is all we're doing. Let's get it. All right. So, Shannon Sharpe, right? Shannon Sharpe, he's an NFL tight end, right? Considered one of the best tight ends of all time. And he was on a show called Undisputed with Skip Bayless. Loved that show, Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. I'm not an NFL guy. I'm a purebred NBA guy. I love basketball. So, whenever they would argue about football, you'll see what I'm telling you all this, right? I'm not going too deep. This is why I'm telling you all this. They would get into loud, screaming match arguments. And Shannon Sharpe would, flip his shit. All right? So, people have said he has a little bit of a side to him, right? Allegedly. Allegedly, he can be a mean person. He can go off on people. He has temper issues, right? This is what people are saying. So, evidently, there was a civil lawsuit filed against him on April the 20th of this year, 4 days ago in Nevada. There's a woman identified by Jane Doe. Jane Doe is the name used when people want to remain anonymous, right? Like a man would be John Doe. A woman would be Jane Doe. Simple. Now, this accuses Shannon Sharpe of R-word, right? Sexual battery, emotional abuse, and non-consensual recording of encounters that they had together. Adult encounters together. During their 2-year relationship. Jane Doe alleges that Sharpe had exhibited controlling behaviors. He made violent threats. And he essayed her multiple times, including a particular violent incident in October of last year. This is what's kind of going on right now. I hope and pray none of this is true. Because I love me some Shannon Sharpe. I love that guy. Because he had his YouTube channel, Club Shay Shay, with the Cat Williams exposed last year. In the beginning of last year, right? He's had a lot of people that go on his show and talk about things. But if this is true, and this is... So it's a civil lawsuit, not a criminal lawsuit. We got to keep that in mind. So the burden of proof is a lot less. It's really going to hurt me. Really going to hurt me because I looked up to this guy as far as an entertainer and an announcer and all that. So, where we at? Fear Buck put out on X new audio of Shannon saying that he would in public. Like, in public. I know a lot of this is probably over your head, Beans, and I'm sorry because it's sports, and you know how I am. I know I can journal on a little bit, but is there anything you want to say as far as anything before I do this?
So, wait. This guy, former NFL star, currently doing news for sports, right?
So,
a lot of people...
Real quick, he's with ESPN now with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is considered number one right now in the entire country as far as analytics of sports. He's considered number one. Like ESPN just gave him a fat fucking contract. And Shannon Sharpe is his co-host now. If that tells you anything. That's how high a level this guy is.
Fat fucking contract means fat fucking stacks of money. This guy is with the number ones when it comes to sports news. And this reminds me of the other stuff that's been happening. You know, there was a woman also doing sports news. A lot of people gave her a lot of praises, and apparently she was just sucking her way to the top, as some people say. And now we have this dude talking about all this essay and just emotional abuse, all their types of abuse, and now he's getting taken to court. He's getting taken to court. I don't think people understand how big this is, because not only is he going down, these sports channels are also going to go down.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing, especially for Stephen A. Smith and his character and how long he's been doing this and how he's viewed, right? To my knowledge, not to my knowledge, he's still doing sports. He's still on the show doing commentary or whatever, right? So once this is settled and once whatever comes out and whatever evidence comes out or whatever, he may have to cut ties and put out a statement. Stephen A. Smith. He may have to, just to save his public image. Because let's just say allegedly there is stuff. There is video. There is just... I'm not talking AI or whatever. I'm talking like legitimate stuff where people or experts, whatever, can say, yes, he did this. Bruh. But let me play this audio recording, right? There's someone already saying this is fake. Audio breaks are super obvious. This kind of feeds into Becky and Tina with what Becky did to Tina, right? So let's get into this.
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Somebody said that you said Stephen A. Smith. You mean Shannon Sharpe.
So Shannon Sharpe is Stephen A. Smith's partner in ESPN. What I was saying is, if Shannon Sharpe, this stuff comes out, that all of this is true, right? Because he allegedly did all this according to Jane Doe. Stephen A. Smith will have to make a statement. Stephen A. Smith will have to publicly say something about this, because this is too huge right now. Stephen A. Smith did nothing. I'm not saying anything about him. If I misspoke, I apologize. I was saying he'll have to do something if Shannon Sharpe is found guilty in this civil lawsuit.
Oh, shit.
If I misspoke, I apologize or whatever, but that's kind of what I'm saying. So let's get into the audio clip. Let's see what we think.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Bro.
So keep in mind, this was dropped yesterday at 11:57. Right. So, I mean, there's 30 seconds left. This is kind of whatever. I don't know. Do you want to continue for 30 more seconds to see what he says, or are you good?
Is there any way to speed it up? Because Jesus Christ, there is so much dead.
Yeah, here we go.
Air.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm
While you do that,
I'm
some
a boomer.
people say it
Sorry.
sounds fake.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. Some people are saying it sounds fake. People are saying there are obvious cuts. It's just really weird. It's just really weird how she's like so uninterested. You can hear the uninterest in her voice. She's like, yeah, so are we going blah, 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 blah. And then he sounds so, there's a mismatch of energy, right? He's like, well, I might choke you in public.
Yeah. I don't know. And the other thing is this, right? Like, obviously, I would never do that because I'd rather whatever. I don't know how couples joke around. Some people joke like, like I'm gonna tear your ass up or something. You know what I mean? Like some couples joke around like that. Some people laugh and giggle about it, right? Because they know they never would. Or like, I'll piss my wife off and she was like, Ken, I'll cut you if you keep fucking with me, right? I know she'll never cut me, but you know what I mean? It's just banter, right? Banter, because we know each other well enough. But let's pick this up at playback speed. Thank you very much for mentioning that, because I never knew that. I just learned something today, Beans. Cafe.
I'm the mini Xylee of the cafe.
Cafe is about teaching. Cafe is about learning. Cafe is about all of us coming together to be better people. God. All right, let's continue.
Big black guy chose small white woman.
Oof.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well.
So, there's the static breaks. The obvious static breaks. It's a little different than what Becky was doing, because Becky added it for ambiance, according to her, whatever the hell that means. I know what it means, but I'm just saying. So, I don't know, guys. One's in the chat if you believe this, two's in the chat if you think it's all bullshit. I know what I want to believe, but like I said before, no one thought Ted Bundy did it. People thought BTK, he was a church deacon, he volunteered, he was involved in church. No one believed he did what he did. So I hate to say this, but I'm going to be unopinionated right now. I don't want him to be guilty. Yeah, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is part of our docket team, Cynical Devil, also known as Spoog, said, we know there ain't no static like that on rich people phones.
Love you, Spoog. Optivo said it's a setup, 100%. It sounds like a setup. Like I said, we have to remember, this is civil court. Civil court is 50-50, right? The burden of proof is exactly the same for both sides, right? Criminal court is beyond a reasonable doubt. So you have to prove all these things happened beyond a reasonable doubt. When you look at percentages, if I remember right, we were talking, because I did some criminal justice, almost went to law school, whatever. It's about 80-20 burden of proof for criminal. And then for civil, it's 50-50, or 51-49 is civil court.
So Now you got to put the fries in the bag because we're going to talk about World of T-shirts.
What does that mean, put the fries in the bag? Like, hurry up and get to your point?
Basically, it's like, hurry up, get to your point, shut the fuck up, and things like that. That's why you always see it in the LOLCow live chat. People are like, put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag, Boogie. Put the fries in the bag, Keem. Just shut up. Continue on with the show. Just like how we need to shut up and just talk about World of T-shirts. So Joshua Block gets told to put the fries in the bag right outside of the LA airport.
Hell yeah.
The fries in the bag.
We still at... Alright, we're at 1x speed. Alright. You can see it?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. This is funny. Chips.gg, and he's talking about putting fries in the bag. They're both fried potato products that we're talking about putting in the bag, right?
Put the fries in the bag.
You're a fucking bitch! Don't let it get you!
Where is he running to?
Dude, you know, he don't even fucking know. You're a fucking bitch, man. Like, I don't even know.
You're a fucking asshole.
It was not me. Did you hear me?
Fucking asshole. I don't want my vacation room. I don't get paid enough. I only make $400,000 a fucking year. You're a fucking...
Wow. He only makes $400,000 a year. Is he breaking NDA with Mr. Based? That's the real question, Beans.
I just love how he runs past this person and then has to come back like, fucking bitch, Hussein Bolt, all that shit, and freaking come back and be like, I only make $400,000 a year. And I'm like, bitch, I make like, what, less than 40.
Seth Looks said it right. He said Joshua's actually fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Hell yeah. So real quick, we missed a dono from Seth Looks. He said it was exposed a couple years ago that tactical soap uses pig pheromone. So look out, Becky. Shout out, Seth. All right. Continuing down.
I doubt.
Go ahead.
Okay, wait, no. Freaking Mr. Bass probably makes that amount of money and he sees almost none of it. That's what I'm thinking. He tells him the number. He does not see that number reflect in his bank account.
Where's my 1099, bro? I need to pay taxes on this. Yeah,
Bro, I didn't even make enough last year to pay taxes. That tells you something.
We have owed every single year since Trump changed the tax laws back in his first presidency. The first year, we owed like $5,000. And then I think after that, we've owed like between $2,500 and $3,000, $2,500 and $3,000 every year since. We have not got one refund. Whereas before we used to get refunds, but then Trump changed it, and now I pay. I'm not getting political. I'm not saying anti-Trump. I'm just stating the fact. The fact is, ever since he changed it, I've paid more. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody's asking, so did you get money back, Beans? No, I legit did not make enough to even do taxes. My freaking person was like, you don't have to. You literally barely made anything. But it's because I started in the middle of the year, right? And they barely gave me any time. I'm a contract worker, both in the LCU and in real life. But speaking about contracts, Josh Block and Mr. Bass, Joshua Block hits a girl on a LA party bus and then spits on her friends. If this was still COVID time, he could have gone to jail.
Oh, that'd be a whooped ass, bro.
Hi, buddy!
Josh, stop! No, Josh.
How dare you say put the fries in the bag?
Josh, don't do that.
How dare you!
Josh, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop.
No!
Josh, stop. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Yo, chill.
I'm sorry I spat on you, but you said the trigger word.
Wait.
Josh, stop. No, Josh.
How dare you say put
What
the
are-
fries in the bag, Beans?
Ken, sweetheart, my amazing co-host. Put it on full screen. What are we doing? I don't need to see Mr. Shaoxing whatever. Hello, I'm Yao Miko
But look
trying
how-
to freaking sell me on her OnlyFans or something.
But
in the
look how
bottom.
bad it looks full screen, Beans. Like, that is great.
That's true.
You know what? We'll let it ride. You're right.
How dare you say
stop,
put the fries in the bag?
Stop. Don't do that.
How dare you?
Josh, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Yo, chill.
I'm sorry I spat on you, but you said the trigger word. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's enough of that. I didn't share the screen.
Disrespectful
I
enough
could tell I didn't
to
share the
spit
screen.
on you. Huh?
I didn't share the screen. I just realized that. Sorry, guys. It's not. Trust me. We were just watching it again. I apologize. You didn't miss anything.
Oh my goodness, Ken. Oh my goodness. We're still working on it.
I swear.
But do I have to run OBS, Ken? Don't make me do it. I like doing multiple things at once, okay? And now Xylee's gonna yell at me saying that she always does multiple things at once while she runs OBS. Well, I'm not a freaking professional, Xylee.
You're right.
By the way, Rewind Docket team, if you're watching, clip that and send it. You're supposed to, every single time I mention Billy or Xylee, you're supposed to clip it and send it to them. Gosh, do your job. Anyways, but yeah, so disrespectful enough to spit on people, respectful enough to say sorry afterwards. He sure is an enigma. But Santos and Joshua get into a physical altercation. So he's running at people, he's spitting on people, he's fighting people. What is going on with Josh Block?
I wish I knew, Beans, but half the time you don't know what the hell is going on with him. Half the time you don't even know what the hell is going on in his head, what he's thinking. You just see him go fast as fuck, boy. And then things happen, Beans. All right. We shared the screen, chat. We shared the screen. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry again. Blah, blah, blah. Roast me all you want.
Yo. Stop.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Say no chill. Stop.
Hey, with me, no.
No, watch out.
I don't know if we can show the rest of this.
I think that's good enough. It
Yeah.
shows the altercation. But he hits a dude with whatever that is in his hand. The guy's obviously holding back because he hits him in the thigh. If it was anybody else, and he would probably punch him in the face. They start running. Josh runs back, hits the person in the shin, speeds down into the grass and starts yelling. This gives me, whenever your mom tells you to hang out with the neighbor kid vibes.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I don't know. So I skipped a little bit. It actually gets pretty interesting. They break it up, obviously. It's not like bum fights or anything. So I think this is actually pretty funny. I'm going to play this. Like, they try and it just gets fucking terrible. Share screen, guys. Fuck you.
Are we enemies or what? Bro, just leave him. Are we? No. Santos, leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. Go away. You want to be my enemy? Bro, you want to be my enemy? I will fight you. I'll fight you harder. I'll fight you harder. Leave him alone, man. Josh, chill. It's not me. Stop. Go inside. Sorry. You're not. No. Oh, you want to go?
His warrior cry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's terrible now. All right, enough of that.
So he's biting his thumb, I think. Is this like Shakespearean where he's like, I bite my thumb at thee? You know, like it's supposed to mean a insult, or is this like Mike Tyson? He's so riled up, he got to bite his glove a little bit.
100% Mike Tyson. There's no fucking way this dude knows Shakespeare or some fucking revelation. He's just very in the moment. He's very in the moment. He's like, oh God, ah. Have you seen the meme where a dude, he does this? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of what's going on, but for a different reason. That's all I'm saying, Beans. That's all I'm saying.
So there's a lot of Josh Block going on. He crashes out at a private wine tasting event. Who is giving Josh Block wine?
Who gives him alcohol, Beans? I mean, Base does, and we see what happens. He doesn't want to be an alcoholic, but the dude is going to be one. My man gets the shakes. He gets the tremors. He gets the shits, I think. I think he gets the shits.
Triple AAA, that's kind of redundant, says Beans doesn't know shit about this topic. Yeah, I don't know shit about Josh Block. I'm not gonna know everything about every single fucking LOLCow. I like me some weird ass shit, like some freaking Johnny Elbows, some freaking Jupiter, some Nova Online. Beans, show your cheeks. What's on your cheeks? I got the glitter. I think every day since we changed it up, I've been putting glitter in different spots. The first time was like, where did I put it? I think I put it just like on my cheeks itself. And then I did like the freckles, the glitter freckles. And now it's just like highlight sort of.
Well, I've noticed you've been doing the eye makeup, right? And we talked about that a little bit. I get it. I'm just going more and more homeless. I'm embracing my homeless man inside of me. And you are just trying to beautify yourself, you know, and trying different things with the, you know, the beautification process. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on. See, there we go again. All right. So they said, show the Josh Blanc fish video. I have no idea what that is, but let's do the vibe on the party bus by completely crashing on everybody and smashing his head against the window. Actually, I don't know if we can show that because it's self-harm. That's self-harm. I don't think we can show that.
Let's skip that one. But the other one, we have some repeats.
Yep.
But let's move on. So we have talked about Tofia before. Tofia, unfortunately, she lost her brother Chu, to a shooting. There was a carjacking. Things went wrong. Tofia fortunately got out of there, immediately goes on to Instagram talking about the whole situation. Her mother was still in the car. This guy drives into like an apartment complex. There was a security guard. There was a shootout. Fortunately, nothing too bad happened to Mama Chu. She survived. Yeah. The assaulter did not. But a lot of people have been talking... Karma, exactly. A lot of people have been talking about Tofia. How is Tofia doing? And something else that a lot of people have been asking about is she spending the money that she's getting from donations?
Because it was all supposed to be going like what? Funeral expenses?
Funeral expenses.
Like living, whatever, like normal day-to-day things.
Exactly. Living, food, her mother's hospital bills, things like that. Because if you don't know, they were homeless for a time. And she would always say, like, nobody ever helps us, blah, blah, blah. But in the same video where she goes onto Instagram, she also says, I never asked for help. So which is it? Do you never want to ask for help? You want to be independent, or do you want help from the people? Another thing is that when this happened, she got some speculation. She thought that this was a viewer, somebody that hated her from the internet, and this was completely random. So we do have a picture here. I think this is from Reddit, from Tofia Chu TikTok.
Yep. I'll share it if you want to go down, because I don't know much about Tofia Chu. You know a good amount about her.
Exactly. So it says right here, Tofia is really out here spending the donor money at Ross and TJ Maxx. Hispanics do love Ross and TJ Maxx. And she even popped out with what looks like Air Force Ones. Ooh, this is the same girl who said she didn't owe anyone any transparency about how the money was being used. Like, excuse me, people donated thinking that they were helping her through a tough time, not funding a budget shopping spree. The audacity is actually wild. And there is no speculation on whether this is Tofia Chu or not. Tofia is a very distinctly shaped woman, okay? And she always has like the messy hair with like the little ponytail on top. And yeah, she's Tofia shaped. There are also rumors that Tofia is scamming her supporters by claiming she needs donations to cover her brother's funeral expenses. So a lot of people are saying that they believe her brother has already been cremated. If you don't know, cremation is a lot cheaper than funeral costs, and they are casting doubts on her story. So there is also some text here that says, mini update, Donald Slidell Jr.'s cremation. Hi guys, I recently made a mini timeline organizing the events that have occurred since Donald's passing and have been seeking clarification regarding what has been done with Donald, as many would like to know. It also says that for those who have donated should know about considering the GFM to date has no updates. So it says here, TDLR, Donald was confirmed to have been cremated by a funeral home. And it says here, your donation is not paying for these services, as the lady has told me that crime victims had paid for their cremation services. So this is actually confirmation that he has been cremated. There are no funeral costs to be covered. It says here that the CV paid for homicide and for the cremation of Donald, costing about $6,000. So all that money, where is it going? Refer back to the the photo we just saw. Tofia spending that money.
It's going to Air Force Ones, Beans.
It's going to Air Force Ones, not even like black Air Forces. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know, right? My wife actually got me a pair for my birthday. Oh my God, I love them things.
I have a friend that all he wears is black Air Forces, to the point that they're kind of like disheveled, right? That's what he wears to boxing, by the way. And I'm just like, Jesus. What are you doing?
No,
exactly.
No. All right. So as we know, Tofia, whatever, Chu, scamming.
Bless you.
I can't. She's scamming everybody like we all knew she would, right? And as Miss Bean said here, $6,000 was paid out. $6,000 was paid out to handle the remains of Mr. Donald. And apparently she did a little bit of a response. She talks about everything. Reddit is such a beautiful thing, isn't it, Beans?
Reddit is not a beautiful thing, but it's good for information. So Tofia is going to talk about the Reddit, the GFM, so the GoFundMe, Brother Chu burial, which is not true because you see here he was cremated, and the scamming.
Yep. All right. Let's get this thing queued up and let's check out what the lying liar who lies has to say.
Welcome. I haven't been able to make videos because of the place that I'm at. There's not enough videos, so I have to go outside. But I need to address this because I'm so sick and tired of people thinking that it's normal for people on Reddit to contact the morgue with my brother's information, pretend to be his family, and then spread lies and misinformation on the internet about me scamming people out of a GoFundMe I don't have access to. I don't know how many times I have to scream or yell or, you know, get it through people's heads. Maybe someone, you know, I don't know, I need to scream in your ears. Some of you guys need to clean out your ears with Q-tips before you start running your mouth, because how am I scamming people out of a GoFundMe I don't have? Do you know that the GoFundMe is stuck in the process session that is processing, that I can't even set up an appointment to bury my brother because people wanted to report it? Oh, whoops. That's why my brother hasn't been buried. Let's talk about that, because
how does the GoFundMe have anything to do with her brother not being buried? Is it because she's waiting on the funds to bury him, according to her?
She says she says she's waiting on the money to bury him. I'm pretty sure they have payment plans and things like that, because you can't just let like a dead body like.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
You can't. So they're either gonna give you two options. They're like, you want to do like a payment plan of some sort, or you want to cremate, which is a lot cheaper. Usually that's what happens. But first of all, she says she doesn't have access to it. And then she's saying it's going through the process. And then she's like, well, he's not even buried yet, but we have all this evidence, people calling saying that he's been cremated. So.
Yeah.
What is it?
No one knows anymore,
I'm just
Beans.
distracted. Yeah, I'm just distracted by like when she speaks, she has to like bite her lip, and she's like, bleh, 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 bleh.
Look at the teeth. Look at the teeth. She has to when she talks, Beans. Now you're making fun of her dental plan, Beans. Good job. All right, good job.
I was talking about her lips, but if you want to talk about teeth, we can also talk about anyway.
Yeah.
Because my brother hasn't been buried because now it's stuck in processing. Do you know that it takes 14 to 17 days for cremation, and that people pretended to be his family just so they could say he's cremated and I'm not doing anything with the money? So let's talk about the money I spent at Ross and TJ Maxx's. People want to be in my business and pocket watch. You know, I want to say F-U-C-K-E-N, but I can't cuss because TikTok will take this down. So let me show you, because since you want to be nosy, you know, my mom's family.
Wait, what? F-U-C-K-E-N?
Like fucking? Hold on.
Down. So let me Max's. People want to be in my business and pocket watch. You know, I want to say F-U-C-K-E-N.
Fuck Ian. I think there's a dude named Ian, maybe. And she's saying fuck Ian.
Well, the only Ian I know is the same. Never mind. Play the video. Play the video. People want to hear her talk.
What are you talking about, Beans? Huh?
iDubbbz. I'm talking about iDubbbz. Ian is the only that is the only Ian I know. I'm not sure if he covered Tofia recently, but if it's Ian.
How many Ians can one person truly know, Beans? All right, I've never met an Ian in my life. Ian is not a popular name. We're talking about fuck Ian with Tofia Chew. You're talking about iDubbbz. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. Let's play the video.
Ian is iDubbbz's name. It's the same.
I didn't know that. I don't pay attention.
Oh my God. Boomer Report. Boomer Report. Where is it?
All right, that's enough. Let's get into the video.
We'll take this down. So let me show you, because since you want to be nosy, you know, my mom's family is probably going to yell at me for this video. I don't care, but it needs to be addressed. So I'm going to make this video. Do you see this lovely little card that was condolences from my mom's family? This lovely little card had $300 in it. You know where the $300 went? To Ross and TJ
Air Forces.
Maxx. You know why? Because I needed pajamas that I didn't have to sleep in because I was sleeping in jeans. I only had one pajama that I bought from Walmart. On top of the stuff that I bought, I did go shopping at Walmart with a $200 gift card that the crime victims unit gave me, on top of a $500 gift card to Grubhub, which I can't find the receipts in Grubhub because it's disappeared, but I spent $500 of that gift card to Grubhub because people want to say, well, you bought Grubhub with what money? I didn't pay for any of that food with any money. It was given to me by the crime victims unit to buy food from Grubhub.
Food receipts.
You could have used.
Go ahead.
Receipts. No, I was going to say you could have used $500 to get groceries, and it would have probably lasted you longer. You know how much freaking money Grubhub is now?
Oh, it's insane. That's why I Dash Pass. What's that? Dash Pass? Dash Pass?
I just go to the fucking Walmart and get some fucking ingredients and go home and build myself a fucking meal.
I mean,
but
obviously.
now we got technology. Everybody's fucking lazy. They want everything to show up on their doorstep, already cooked, already prepared, all but.
Sure, Beans, but some days you just want to be lazy, all right? Some days you can't be cooking with Ken. Some days you can't be the legendary chef Ken and cook every single meal. Sometimes, Beans, sometimes we need to take a breather. We need to chill. We need to drink 6 cups of coffee before we do our show because people want the energy beans.
Play the video.
Are we done here? Thank you.
Let's address this person, shall we? You see this person?
The fuck are we looking at? What? I don't
Looks
even...
like her black cousin.
Okay.
Right here. Okay. So, since you want to be a victim, okay, I can help you with the crime victims unit.
Bro, I thought she was about to like pick her nose. Like, you know, if you want to help with the victim, like he goes up her nose, that would have been hilarious. Sorry, I digress.
Everybody has their like.
No.
Right. And I could get you in touch with them and they can help you get DoorDash and all your needs met, right? Sorry, but there's like loud noises where I'm at. But anyways, let me tell you something. You want to be a victim so bad, I will let them know that you're a victim of eating too many Big Macs, okay? That's what you're a victim of. A victim of eating too many Big Macs. That double chin should say all that it needs to say. You want to sit here and tell me that I need to starve? Maybe you should start starving yourself. I am so sick and tired of people telling me that I'm supposed to starve. You know why they gave me a $500 Grubhub gift card? Because I was in a hotel room. I could cook, but I wanted to buy fast food because I was visiting my mom every day in the hospital and didn't have the energy to cook after I was just carjacked. Tried to be ripped out of a window, watched my brother get blasted, you know, pew-pewed in his head. He was missing an eye. I watched my brother die right before my eyes, but yeah, I'm supposed to somehow
not
have the
necessary.
You're going into way too much detail at this point. Way too much detail. I get it. It's fucked up what happened, right? No matter how you feel about Tofia, whatever, it shouldn't have happened, right? That's just fucked up, you know. But at some point, life has to go on, you know. At some point, you know what I mean? You don't want nobody to be stuck like this, you know what I'm saying? Just in a rut and all that, you know. Thankfully, your mother survived, you know, so she still has her. But I mean, the family was fucked to begin with. So what are you doing with the hot water?
Kettle black.
Who's the pot?
Tofia. Tofia calling the kettle black. You want to talk about Big Macs? You want to talk about freaking Grubhub and double chins? Bro, look in the mirror.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that thing, by the way. All right.
It's awesome. I love it.
All right, guys.
Bluetooth.
Because we're going to put a goal up because, you know, it's war right now. And we need to make a little bit of grub. So.
For our hub.
Hey. The Grub hub, not the other hub. So I've really been thinking, man, should I make, by the way, tonight I'm going shopping for the TTS cooking stream, right? I'm gonna do that. Oh shit, here it is.
Thal super chatted $20. Ken, if you give me an address of some type, he'll get you the DJI mic too for cooking and etc., which I'm also getting for myself. It's expensive though, so a reliable address of some type is needed. Just Discord me.
Nate, you're a legend. Thank you. I'll definitely get up with you about that. So, I'm really considering making the TTS stream public. I don't know. Because I was thinking, do the members want it to just be for a members only stream? Do they want to feel special enough? Or should we make it public?
I think we should make it public only because in my mind as a business person, it will get more people interested in seeing what you can do cooking actual meals, right? That's just my opinion. So if people like you cooking something disgusting made of onion, garlic, Twinkies, Fruit Loops, what else was it? Cotton candy, steak, chicken, orange grouper, Whatever the fuck it was.
Onion, coffee, garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, orange grouper, bacon, beans, red beans for the dessert, potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies.
Ingredients that you have to use in order to make like a meal of some sort. If people like that, then maybe they want to check out your other videos and maybe they'll membership and try to watch that shit. So you said that you're going to make a goal for what? Can you explain it to me?
I was going to do a goal for it to be public, and if we didn't reach that goal, then it would be members only. Because I want the members to feel special. I want the members to feel wanted. I want the members to understand how much they mean to me. But if enough people want it public, then they will tell me they want it public. Now, the goal's not going to be nothing crazy, nothing outrageous, right? I would never do that. Nothing, like, dumb. But Flipster Gaming, that reminds me, you should take segments of Cooking with Ken as short so the non-members have an idea of what the videos are like. And then Brock BB, I'll do what is best for the channel in my opinion, but I'm a new member. Thank you, Rocky. So, just mask off, right? Mask off. I really wanted Cafe to have the best members-only content for anybody in April. Duck Savannah, oh, it's coffee time. Don't forget Durian, I paid $20 for it. So, Duck Savannah, I did a thing where if someone wanted to pay $20 to swap an ingredient, they could do that. And they swapped durian for bacon. So that's what happened. One's in the chat if you want me to do that again for $20 to swap ingredients. Or two's in the chat if I should make a goal to make this public. Because I'm curious, right? I'm curious what the members think we should do. Because if I want the members to have a say in how this goes. Because this is my first time ever live stream cooking. Which means if I fuck up, there's no editing, Beans. There's no editing. This gives Buff Weeb, my arch nemesis in the kitchen, ammo to use against me, Beans. We can't have it.
No, we can't. So far I see 1, 2 in the chat. Not 1. A 2. I see a 2 in the chat.
You see a single 2. You see... Oh, do both. Okay. All right, this is what we'll do, guys. This is what we'll do. I'm going to do a very reasonable goal for this to be public. We have 400 people in here. All right.
Thor super chatted $20. Ken, just take the highest viewed or rated cooking stream and make shorts out of it. Then post it to the channel. That way if you want access to all the cooking stuff you have to join but you still can advertise.
That's a great idea. We need to look into that. So I did 10 yellow donations. Just $10 donations for this to be public. That's all I want. That's it. Nothing crazy. I'm not trying to get like red or pink donos. I just need 10 yellow donations for this to be public. That's all I want. And then if we reach...
yeah, if we reach it?
If we reach the goal, it will be public, and then I'll do another small one. No, after if we reach that goal, then we'll do TTS to swap ingredients for anything else. So that's what we'll do.
Sounds like a plan to me. Somebody mentioned the views are more important at the moment. I care about the channel over the members. There's somebody else that said also, have you guys seen the food competition anime? That's Food Wars. Food Wars is basically food I was going to say prawn, but I could just spell out the word PORN.
Prawn.
That's a weird anime. Prawn. But
holy shit.
Xavier
we said 10 yellow, and now this person's just like, nah, let's skip over that.
Let's do it, Ken.
I don't even know how to react to that, bro.
Pew 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 pew.
W's in the chat for Xavier. W's in the chat for Xavier.
We said 10 yellow, and you're just
Bro.
like, nah, we're doing it right now.
All right. So we're going to remove the goal. Thank you, Xavier. You are an amazing human being. Okay. So, now, since Xavier did that, if you want to change an ingredient out before I start accumulating all these ingredients, this will be the last opportunity, the last 30 minutes of the show. If you want me to swap an ingredient, I will do it today and today only.
So Sterling, one of our DACA team members, said Xavier said we stand on business. True. Rocky BB said consider doing a goal for Ken and Buff to watch that together. I'm sure Buff already seen the anime. I don't want to get copyright struck, but maybe like a couple of clips. I think it would be hilarious to have Ken watch that and see how ridiculous it is. Him being a food lover and having that all be ruined by one anime, Food Wars.
I don't watch that shit. You're not ruining my cooking experience, Beans. All right. So Sterling said, can we get the list? All right. We'll get the list. But let me... Here, that's what we'll do. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
If you send me the list or have the list like in the docket, I can post it up on my screen like over here. I have a lot of empty space anyways. But other than that, do you guys want to see the rest of the video? No, the video is pretty long when it comes to Tofia. I think we got the point. She wants to call people a victim and like, oh, you want to be called a victim? Well, I saw my brother die, which is weird. Go off, queen. But
it's sent.
It's sent.
Check your
Awesome.
message. Check your messages.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Xavier. By the way, seriously, thank you, sir. That means a lot. So everyone can thank Xavier for this being public.
Xavier the goat, the biggest goat that there ever is. I need a goat like bleep or something. Goat little soundboard thing. Because we have a lot of awesome people that do things like that on the freaking
Yes,
cafe.
we do.
And we need to recognize it.
They are amazing people. We love them here at the LOLCow Cafe. All right.
What's going on, Ken?
What?
Your voice.
Oh, did I hit it again?
You hit it again. You basically sound like the voice that would come out of Cyrax's mouth. But speaking of Cyrax,
God.
Speaking of Cyrax, we have a Cyrax update. Chance admits to being a PDF file again, claims mental illness is the cause.
Real quick. Have you seen the video where he like shit himself with the auto tune on and it catches
Excuse me?
I gotta find that. It's all right. So let me
Huh?
hold on. I gotta find this. Where you at, bro? Where you at? There it is. All right. So I need to hurry up and mute this. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. So he's doing like a karaoke thing. So I'm trying to make sure we don't get none of the music, right? So
yeah. Why he looked like he was baked wrong in God's oven.
All right, so we'll see. So like I said, here we go right here. All right, we'll go right here. If it's like a second of the music, that's not gonna like strike us, right? If it's just like a quick second.
We could mute it after the fact, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, guys. This is Cyrax shitting himself in auto-tune. All right. This is probably one of the best videos of this man I've ever seen. All right, here we go.
Hold on, y'all.
Listen.
What the fuck is going on?
Listen.
Oh, God. All over the place.
Oh, God. That was just amazing.
Ken, what you got me watching?
A grown man shitting himself. So before that, he was singing and he hit like a high-pitched note. He was trying to hit a high-pitched note, and then he shit himself. So the pressure of the note in his brain translated to his non-pumpkin spice asshole, and he dropped the goods. Beans, he dropped the goods, and he yelled for his grandma/mom.
Wait. Why you say grandma / mom?
All right, so Cyrax's grandma raised him, right? Because he was born to...
I almost had a heart attack. Okay.
No. He was born to a father who was a PDF, arrested, confirmed. His mother was allegedly, I don't know this for sure, allegedly mentally challenged and underaged.
There's layers to this fucked upness.
Yes. So he was born very early. I mean, very early. I think he was like 6 or 7 months born. So his grandma, which was his mother's mom, elected to raise him. And she named him Chance because he got a second chance at life. As the story...
That is so deep for somebody who...
It's so short.
Like that.
It's very deep for a man so short. So, I know way too much about Cyrax lore. Way too much that I probably want to admit to. By the way, guys, you see the ingredient list on Beans' half screen. If you want to change any of these, please send a TTS and let me know what to swap out. I will be beginning to get these ingredients today. So if you want to see me swap anything, TTS. All right. So there was a gentleman named Tibbs TV. Tibbs TV was a man who wanted to defend Cyrax. Cyrax is known as a PDF. He's been caught numerous times. I mean, legitimately caught in messages, voice notes, sending nudes, trying to accept nudes from underage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tibbs wanted to help him out because he thought it was all BS. All right. There was a dude named Music Biz Marty, R.I.P. We've heard Wings talk about Music Biz Marty. When Cyrax came on LOLCow Live last year, it's been a long time. They talked about it. Music Biz Marty died allegedly of a fentanyl overdose, but that's another story. He is known as the King Cyrax troll. Like, he was the dude who just trolled Cyrax down to oblivion. Again, I could get deep into what they went through, but this isn't the show for that. So anyways, Tibbs TV wanted to stand up to Music Biz Marty and for Cyrax and all the other people. There was also Courtney. There's also other people. I forgot their names. It's been a while. Long story short, Tibbs TV was shown by actually one of Wings' old trolls that came on LOLCow Live. You remember that guy who came on LOLCow Live to go against Wings?
So, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to say his name, but that guy actually was the one that got Cyrax caught against with Tibbs TV. He played a girl named Ashley. Ashley's fake. He used photos of a grown woman that was a stripper, right? Used provocative but not nude. Just very provocative. He used that to bait Cyrax. There's actual streams where Cyrax went on stream and was dedicating songs to Ashley. Ashley's fake, remember that. This for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that there was no real victim here. So Cyrax dedicated songs to her about being bullied, about going through things. Living my life. It's $20, but thank you. $10 swap out, orange grouper with feta. I need a $20 one living my life. I appreciate the sentiment, but I need you to send another 10, then I can do it. So anyways, thank you though. So anyways, once all this came about, Tibbs TV went with the trolls against Cyrax to set him up. And one of the biggest moments in Cyrax history was Tibbs TV getting chance to admit he's a PDF file. Major moment in Cyrax lore. Finally did it. He finally made it happen. And your camera just said, fuck you. So, there it is again. All right. So, evidently it happened again. Cyrax admitted it. Because I know I said a lot. I know I did a lot of talking just to get up to this. But this is the second time he's done it, evidently. So let's get into the clip.
But we have a video. Yeah, we have a video where you said that this guy basically convinced him to get into like this relationship with this fake person, minor, and now he's saying he admits to being a PDF file, claims it's because of his mental illness.
Yeah, so this is separate. This video. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'll just say, yes, okay, cool. All right. Let's play the video. I can't talk today. Let's play the video. Let's play the clip. Let's share the screen. I'm going to share it with you. And the Boomer Report does not live today. Actually, it does, Beans. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get into it. Oh, my God. Reddit video is trash. Why are you being... There we go. All right.
Something I know that I might get a lot of heat for, but with that heat, this actually is something that I've been noticing going on in society quite a fucking lot. And I mean quite a fucking lot. Especially with the digital age here and now being around. And this not only has to do with my situation and what I've been through, but I've also noticed this going on. Everybody knows that being a pedophile is wrong. And you're not wrong. It is.
Oh, I can't do it. Fuck. What's the saying? Put the fries in the bag, Cyrax? I think you need to put the fries in the bag, Cyrax.
It definitely is. But yet, studies and medical professionals say that it is a mental illness.
Doesn't excuse it, bro. Doesn't excuse it.
So my question to you is this. For the non-violent offenders, like the ones that got set up like myself did, why are we not showing them compassion? Why are we not the help that they do better? Yes, I agree that the violent offenders, put those motherfuckers down like the goddamn dogs that they are. I definitely agree with that. A violent offender, somebody that actually goes out and actively seeks out children to attack, sexually assault, and rape them. Those kinds of people that do that
trust
down
me.
like the dogs that they are. They do deserve that.
All right.
I don't even think this mic is on. He just holds a mic to seem hard.
There's so much. There is so much. Guys, one's in the chat if you want me to do a Cyrax deep dive one day. Because I'm telling you, you want to talk about a sleep stream? You want to talk about a 12-hour stream? I could literally probably go on about 10 hours on this guy. I know way too much about him. So anyways, that's basically that on Cyrax. Of course, we don't agree with him. I think if you have those feelings, if you try to go get help before you hurt someone, that is the responsible thing to do. I agree with that. And if it takes physical or medical castration, okay. Big up to you for taking that step. But the people that violent offend, that are multiple offenders, that do it over and over again, just need to shut down their computer, Beans. Because you. What?
Wait, real quick. So people like this, there are a lot of people like this. This is why we have the whole LOLCow community. This is why Kiwi Farms is a thing, right? You talked about Cyrax. I know you're being a little dramatic whenever you say, hey, like I could do 12-hour stream just on this guy. I know 12-hour streams are pretty popular nowadays.
I'm not doing one.
What if
I'm not doing one. You want to? Oh, you want to? You want to? You want to? Because I need you if I'm going to do this, Beans. I need you in that seat with me.
But it doesn't have to be one person. We can do a really long stream just talking about all the LOLCows and all their lore so people can catch up on their favorite LOLCow or just know about the LOLCows that have been talked about but they don't know anything about. Like, for example, I didn't really know anything about Worlds of T-shirts until Keemstar himself started talking about him. I didn't know anything about Mr. Beast. I thought that they were just saying Mr. Beast wrong every single time. But if we did a sit-down, deep dive on all the most popular LOLCows in the universe, not in our universe, but the universe, I think that would be pretty interesting. The only thing that I'm wondering is, how can we get super chats from that? I don't know if people would want us, like, we can just have like a whole docket of every single LOLCow and people can be like, oh, cover this one. And if we have it in our docket, then like the next one we would cover would be that person, or I don't know. Because let's be honest, the LOLCow universe and the shows are very super chat oriented. He pushes us to try to get super chats. Even though we want to do it just because we find it interesting, it may not be good for business.
Yeah, I get that. We can figure that out. We can figure that out. But yeah, I'm down to do that. Fuck it. I'm down. We'll do it.
Because you told people, put ones in the chat if you want to see that. Put twos in the chats if you don't. We can't scam the people. Cafe is not about scamming the people.
Beans. Never. I just didn't know if they wanted 12 hours of deep diving, Beans. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? You know what?
It doesn't have to be.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I'll do it. But we got to plan it. We can't just be like these other motherfuckers spur of the moment. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. Why are you in my time slot, bitch? This is my time slot. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be in all that, Beans. I'm trying to give the people what they want. If they want a deep dive into these LOLCows, we can give it to them.
I mean, I know that you are very respectful when it comes to other people in the LCU and other people's shows, but technically the weekends are free range. We can do whatever we want on the weekends, and you don't have to stick around for the full however long we're going to do it, right? I can be in, this is what I do all the time, right? I read chat, I go into the Discord, I'm typing, I'm scheming, I'm doing shit. We could just do the stream, and every single time we're going to bring up a new LOLCow, I can go into the Discord and I can put, hey, we're talking about this one right now. And if you want to tune in, you don't have to stick around for the whole thing. I could just be like, we're talking about Chris Chan right now. And people are like, oh shit, I love talking about Chris Chan. Let me go and drop like a $10 dono just as like a tip to our baristas, Ken and Beans.
Great idea, actually. That is awesome. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's great. Thank you.
And speaking about Chris Chan, we actually have a Chris Chan update.
But before we get into that, two things. One, DJ K Sims with the 70, with another 10 towards the last dono. Love your show. So Orange Grouper is gone. We're putting feta in that motherfucker. Because they paid $20 between Living My Life. Oh, God, where'd you go, Beans? Between Living My Life and DJ K Sims. Thank you both. And then Dean says $50 for an espresso shot. I could do that. I could easily do $50 an espresso shot, Beans. Because I have the dexterity, and I have the tolerance, and I have all the tools I need inside of me to do the $50 espresso shot, Beans. What do you say?
I think that's a great idea.
Zero Dead said, tip, don't eat the yellow snow. Bitch, we got 2 yellow donations. I'm eating all the yellow snow. Don't clip that. All right, continue.
Somebody said a LOLCow marathon sleep stream, just talking about LOLCows all night. I can't do that in my household. Maybe I can convince Grim, hey, I can use your setup. I can be at your house all night. And he can be our guest host, right? He knows a lot about LOLCows. He probably has a lot of energy and shit. So whenever I'm lacking, he can crack lacking. I do want to get through the Chris Chan stuff.
You're about to do it right now.
Is a...
About to do it right now.
So I want to get through the Chris Chan stuff because there is a new thing that somebody sent in the Discord that I do want to cover as well.
Ooh, all right. So
and I'll put it underneath the Chris Chan stuff.
Perfect. All right. So do you want to go into this or you want me to? I mean, it's quick.
Yeah, you can go into it.
All right. So evidently Chris Chan and his girl Flutter.
Her girl.
Yeah. Their girl Flutter. Were spotted in Finland. At a cafe. I can't. Why is Chris Chan in our Finland spots, Beans? Why in the holy hell is this going on in our Finland spots?
I think it's because Flutter is from Finland, if I'm not mistaken. I know Flutter is a very small human being, adult, mind that, adult. A lot of people, when they first saw Flutter, because she's so tiny, they thought that she was a minor. Not true. She's an adult. But Flutter and Chris Chan are together. There was a rumor going on a couple months ago, or a month. I'm not sure. Time is an enigma at this point for me.
Always is.
Always is, exactly. But yeah, there was a rumor going around that Flutter was actually pregnant with Chris Chan's baby.
I remember hearing about that.
And Chris Chan had to come out, and say, this is not true. We're not having a baby. And then there was a really weird stream branching off of that. But yeah, so Chan Ri is scared for her life right now, saying, yeah, they are from Finland, but damn, again, a lot of people are saying, why is Chris Chan even allowed to leave the country? And then Seek, part of our docket team, says, I think he moved to Finland, because if you remember, there was an episode we had a couple days ago or like a week ago, don't know, but there was an episode where we did see them at the airport.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that.
So did Chris Chan move to Finland? We might have to get an update on that.
Only time. Chan Ri, our wartime reporter in that area of the world, get in there, find something, let us know. If we can get an interview, that'll be beautiful. Get in there, Chan Ri.
Oh my God.
All right. All right, so the video.
The video.
What is the video, Beans?
The video is
Ladies
from
and gentlemen.
somebody who was briefly in the LCU. Haven't heard from this person since, but it is Airsoft Fatty. He made a video 9 hours ago. Right now it has 11K views. It says, Content Cop H3, what about me? And he's tagging iDubbbz in his title and H3 Productions.
Michael Hart is an amazing individual.
Is that his full name?
No, he's in the comments. He's an amazing individual. always brings positivity to the cafe, always here loyally to give his opinion. I appreciate Michael Hart. I appreciate the ad revenue they generate me. I appreciate the view they give me and the chat rate that they continue to push. I want the coffee cult to show him all the love, all the respect, and all the dignity he deserves. Because I think his positive energy has really helped us become better people.
I don't give a shit about no Michael Hart. He's a fucking loser in the freaking chat and YouTube. Fucking go touch grass if you're so fucking heated. Get the heat from the sun, some vitamin D. Don't give a fuck. Let's get into Airsoft Fatty.
That's what I wanted.
I haven't heard from this dude in such a long time.
Beautiful. So, thank you, Michael Hart. He says, come on, man. If you didn't put that in caps, bro, I wouldn't have said anything. But I appreciate you anyway. All right. We love you, Michael. Seriously, thank you. All right. Airsoft Fatty, not batty. Can be confused. Remember, guys, TTS, we have 5 minutes left. If you want to change any of these ingredients, please let us know, as I will be shopping today. And in 5 minutes, that'll be your last opportunity. Can you put the redirect in for nerds real quick, please?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be blunt to the point and just get this over with. Because this is not an easy video for me to do. First off, Ian, what's going on? You remember me, right? I hope so. Because I've seen that you come back recently in an official capacity and allow me to officially say, welcome back. Something the fans don't know about, but you sure as hell do, is the fact that I have reached out plenty of times through email the past year. I've called your old number. I've texted your old number. Got nothing. You've blocked me on Instagram. And on YouTube, it seems you've hit all my comments because neither you nor anyone who watches those videos ever replies to me or acts like they've even seen my comments.
So apparently, Airsoft Fatty is going scorched earth.
If you don't know, he's going scorched earth on iDubbbz. So iDubbbz and him used to be very close. I was there in person when Airsoft Fatty was singing the national anthem, or at least tried to sing the national anthem more than like 3 or 4 times. It was a very lovely moment that I shared with Grim. But it seems like iDubbbz was there for Airsoft Fatty and then left him in the dust. This is why Airsoft Fatty has a vendetta against iDubbbz. He even joined forces with iDubbbz arch nemesis, which is Sam Hyde. He was on Fishbowl, Fish Tank, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Fish Tank, yeah.
Fish Tank. He was there. I think he was like in the last couple of people. He almost won, but close, but no cigar. So now he's doing something against iDubbbz. He's doing the content cop kind of response.
Hell yeah. I mean, obviously he feels some type of way because like you said, he felt him and iDubbbz were together on some things. They felt they had a connection. Obviously the man's feelings are hurt. Obviously. So we got 2 minutes left. I'm just going to let this go. And let's see what... We can always cover this tomorrow as well if we need to, right? But let's...
Exactly.
Actually, let's just close the show out because we got 2 minutes left. I don't want to... Because this is a 23-minute long video. And then this way we can kind of get timestamps and all that to help out. But thank you for an amazing show, my fellow co-host.
No problem.
You do amazing. I could never ask for a better one. I appreciate all the fans out there coming out supporting us. Thank you so much. Cafe's going to do some different stuff. Cafe's going to go in a direction I think that's going to benefit everybody. And I think the fan reception is much, much better. What do you think, Beans?
The fan reception has been getting better. I think this is the way to go, kind of going outside of the LCU to reach a broader audience, because I did see somebody in the chat today saying, this is my first time here. I like this. I'm going to subscribe, right? And that's all we can ask for. If you're here, if you like the content, like, subscribe, be a member. You don't have to cash cow and go into the Discord. You could just cash cow because you just enjoy our content, and that's all we can ask for. Going back to the ingredient list, so far we have onion, coffee, garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, feta, which was switched out for the orange, orange grouper was switched out for feta, bacon, beans, which are red for the dessert. Shut the fuck up.
Hey.
Bacon. I already said bacon. Potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies.
All right, so it is 2 o'clock. We have to end the show. This is the final cooking list. Oh, it's going to be awesome. This is going to be beautiful. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Go check out Nerds. They're going to talk about some nerd shit, and that'll be that. Tomorrow is Friday, so you'll get the ladies. We'll get some kiki, whatever that means. And we will... Aren't you going to have fun tomorrow, Beans?
I'm going to have so much fun that now everybody's going to say dessert in my chat while I'm talking to freaking coffee Batgirl.
W's in the chat for dessert. Take care, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Check out the ladies tomorrow. Later.